let's cut the crap. Your emotions are out of control, and it's wrecking your life, man. You're walking around pissed off, anxious, and lost most days, barely holding it together. And hey, I get it. Life can feel like a messed up supernatural showdown straight out of Darker Than Black, right? You're fighting battles no one else sees, feeling like you're caught between human feelings and some alien world where nothing makes sense. But here's the deal. If you don't learn how to handle your emotional chaos, you're gonna keep making stupid choices that ruin your relationships and your career and your own peace of mind. So stick with me. Today, I'll be dropping 7 powerful, no BS lessons from Darker Than Black that'll show you how to take back control of your emotions, master your reactions, and finally stop sabotaging you. And trust me, by the end of this episode, you're gonna see things completely different, like unlocking a superpower that's always been there but never knew existed. It's raw, it's real, and it's exactly what you need if you're tired of living at the mercy of your feeling. Ready to step up and get your emotions in check? Let's get it in. Hey there, I'm Michael Rashad Yearby with over 2 decades of performing maintenance operations in the United States Air Force. I have a master's degree in organizational management, and as a master sergeant, I spent over 23 years learning exactly what moves people to greatness. I know you're tired of motivational cliches, but what if the secret to finally leveling up your life was hidden in your favorite anime all this time? My job isn't just talking. I'm here to share powerful stories and actionable insights I've discovered through anime. Real wisdom on teamwork, leadership, resilience, and personal growth. So buckle up. I guarantee you will never look at anime or your life the same way again. Let's build some momentum. And hey, support the channel by hitting that subscribe, like, and share button. Because trust me, you're gonna want more of what we got coming your way. Today, we're diving deep into how the anime Darker Than Black hits different when it comes to emotional intelligence. You might think that anime is just a supernatural, badass fight scenes, but hidden beneath it is real emotional insight that's gonna shock you. You wouldn't believe how learning to control your emotions, just like these characters, can completely transform your career and overall happiness. So get ready to discover the emotional superpowers you didn't even know you needed. Let's jump right in. Point 1, understanding your emotional contract. All right, first off, let's get real about something. You're probably messing up every day your emotional contract. In Darker Than Black, contractors have these wild supernatural powers, but they gotta pay a weird price every time they use them. Sounds crazy, but guess what? You're doing the exact same thing in real life. Every emotion you unleash, anger, jealousy, fear, has a hidden cost, and right now you're probably paying way too much without even knowing it. Think about it. How many times your temper cost you your friendship, or your insecurity cost you an opportunity? You keep saying you're just emotional. It's some kind of excuse. Nah, it's laziness, pure and simple. You gotta wake up and realize that every emotional reaction has consequences, good or bad. Once you see your emotions as something you're trading, just like those contractors, you will stop throwing your feelings around like loose change. The minute you start respecting your real price behind your emotions, you're gonna become more deliberate, thoughtful, and ultimately more powerful every area of your life. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're gonna have tools to handle your emotional debts without bankrupting yourself every damn time somebody and something goes wrong. Now that we laid down the truth, let's move on, because the next lesson is about to cut through all your excuses and finally owning your emotional baggage. Are you ready? Point 2, own your emotional baggage. Stop running away. All right, this next lesson hits harder than a slap from your mama. Own your emotional baggage. In Darker Than Black, Ty always walked around carrying secrets and regrets that would crush most people. You might think your issues is nothing compared to his, but guess what? You're dead wrong. Every time you bury your emotions and pretend everything's fine, you're letting that emotional baggage grow heavier. You say things like, I'm good, it's no big deal, or my favorite lie, I'm over it. Listen up, that's coward's talk. And if you ignore your pain, anger, and fear, you're basically handing control of your life to that toxic stuff you've been dragging around for years. Imagine trying to run a marathon carrying a suitcase full of bricks. Sounds stupid, right? That's exactly what you're doing emotionally. Every single day, you refuse to face your feelings. Hyde didn't gain control until he confronted his past, and neither will you. It's time to open that suitcase, toss out that bricks, and finally own your emotional story. Once you do, you'll move faster, feel freer, and stop letting yesterday's sabotage or yesterday's trauma win today's race. Now we're going to talk about a skill most people never master, keeping your cool even when the world around you is burning down. Let's get into it. Point 3, stay calm when life gets messy. Keep your cool, bro. All right, real talk. You're probably one of those people who lose their cool at the smallest inconvenience. Traffic's bad, you're punching the steering wheel. Someone gives you the side eye, you're ready to throw hands. Listen, man, your lack of chill is embarrassing, and it's really holding you back big time. In Darker Than Black, Hyde always was in situations that could break anybody. But you noticed something, didn't you? Dude never panics. He stays ice cold calm, even when everything is falling apart. You gotta learn this skill because life ain't no picnic. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes downright unfair. Losing your head every time something goes wrong doesn't make you tough, it makes you weak as hell. You're letting circumstances dictate your reactions instead of controlling your own mind. Hyde stays calm because he knows that panic leads to mistakes, and mistakes skip people. Maybe not literally for you, but emotionally, financially, and socially for sure. Stop being a puppet to your feelings and start responding instead of reacting. Next time things get crazy, take a breath, slow it down, and keep your damn cool. This ain't just advice, it's survival. All right, now that you got your chill back, let's talk about something most people totally overlook: how reading other people's emotions can level up your whole life. You ready? 4, read people like your life depends on it. All right, listen, you're terrible at reading people, and that's why you keep getting screwed over. You act shocked when someone betrays you, or when a friend turns fake, or when your relationship blows up in your face. But let's be real, the signs were all there, just sucked at noticing them. In Darker Than Black, contractors survive by reading people's true intentions, not just their word. Hyde seems straight through people's lives, not because he got superpowers or magical powers or something like that, but it's because he paid attention. You, on the other hand, keep trusting the wrong people because you ignore every red flag waving in your face. Wake up. People's true feelings always leak out in their eyes, tone of voice, body language. And if you quit staring at your phone and actually look up just once, you will catch all those clues. Learning to read emotions isn't just helpful, it's your first line of defense against getting played. Once you master the skill, you will build stronger relationships, spot fakes before they ruin you, and finally stop blaming others for your inability to see what's bottom line. If you can't read people, you're blind in a world that rewards awareness. Now that your eyes are open, let's dive deeper, because your next move is about learning to control your emotional energy instead of wasting it. Let's get real. Point 5, stop wasting your emotional energy. Save it for what matters. Let's get brutally honest. You waste your emotional energy on dumb stuff all the time. Every day, you're throwing emotional tantrums over petty nonsense. Someone cuts you off, your coworker gets on your nerves, and your coffee order gets messed up, and you're out here burning precious energy like it's nothing, like it's unlimited. Well, guess what? It ain't nothing. In Darker Than Black, contractors got be smarter about their energy because once it's burned out, they're spent. Hyde chooses carefully when to engage because he knows this small drama leaves nothing left for the battle that really matters. You need to apply that wisdom to your emotional life. Stop losing your mind over trivial crap and start saving that intensity for your real goals. Imagine that energy you have that wasn't consistently spent pissing yourself off. Fight about things that wouldn't even matter for tomorrow. That's what you're doing. You exactly have a stamina to change, to chase your dreams, handle real conflict, and build better relationships. Stop treating your emotional energy like an endless reservoir. It's limited, valuable, and should be spent on what truly deserves it. All right, now that you're done wasting your power on stupid stuff, let's talk about harnessing your emotions for real strength. The kind that separates winners from complainers. You ready? Point 6, turn your emotions into strength. Stop playing the victim. All right, brace yourself because this one is gonna sting. You're way too comfortable playing the victim. You love blaming life, your past, your circumstances, anything but yourself for why you stuck or unhappy. Guess what, tough guy? Nobody cares. In Darker Than Black, High doesn't whine about how unfair his situation is. He uses every emotion, even the painful ones, as fuel. Anger, grief, fear. He turns that mess into power. And that's exactly what you gotta start doing. Stop looking at your feelings as weakness or excuses and start seeing them as weapons. Every powerful moment you survive, every heartbreak, every failure you turn into strength instead of using it to justify why you're not leveling up. Quit asking why me and start saying try me. Take all those emotions you've been hiding for them and channel them into something that actually matters. Because when you finally own your pain instead of running from it, you're gonna become unstoppable. That's real strength. Not playing the victim because the hero of your own damn story is waiting for you. All right, now that you dropped the victim card, let's wrap this up. Learning the ultimate lesson and why you gotta be balanced in logic and emotions to win the whole damn game. Let's close strong. Point 7, balance your head and heart. Stop letting your emotions run wild. Okay, final truth bomb. Your life is a mess because you keep letting your emotions run wild without checking in with your brain first. How many times have your impulse heart led you into some stupid situations, bad relationships, dumb decisions, fights you didn't even need to have? I mean, really. In Darker Than Black, High survived by finding balance. He never lets his emotions completely overpower logic, and he never lets cold logic erase his humanity. You gotta learn to do the same thing, my friend. Stop thinking being emotional means throwing logic out the window, and stop believing logic means ignoring your feelings completely. The strongest, most successful people master the art of balancing both. They listen to their emotions, understand them, and then use logic to decide what they need to do. If you don't find this balance, you'll stay stuck repeating the same mistakes forever, sabotaging your relationships, your career, and happiness. But if you learn this lesson and you master your life in ways that you never dreamed possible, you think clear, feel deeply, finally start making choices that lift your life up instead of dragging your life down. Balance your heart and head and watch the entire world transform. All right, now that you finally got your emotional balance in check a little bit, right? Let's tie it all together and remind you exactly why mastering your EQ is a game changer you've been waiting for. All right, let's wrap this up. Today, we talked real talk about the 7 critical lessons on emotional intelligence, straight from Darker Than Black. We broke down how understanding your emotional contracts help you stop throwing your feelings around like a fool. We got real about your own emotional baggage, no longer running from your issues like a scared kid. We talked about keeping your cool instead of flipping out over every little inconvenience, because panic is weakness. You learned how to read people's emotions and intentions, protecting yourself from those fake friends and backstabbers that you've been blind to. We hit hard on why you need to stop wasting your emotional energy on trivial crap and instead save it for what actually matters in your life. We smashed through your excuses by talking about not being a victim, turning your emotions into strengths and having that power. And finally, we drove it home with the truth about balancing your head and heart, how mastering both logic and emotions is the ultimate key to unlocking your full potential. one question remains. Are you finally ready to stop living emotionally blind and start building real momentum in your life? All right, now, we're going to set you straight. Stick around because I'm about to close this thing. The motivation you need to actually put these lessons into action right now. All right, we reached the final line. Now it's your move. We both know you're tired of just talking about changing your life. It's time to actually step up and do something about it. You don't sit there through all of that just to nod your head and do nothing about it. No way. You came here because deep down, you're sick of being average, sick of making the same mistakes, sick of everyone else using you to win, and you staying stuck in your emotional chaos. So let's change that right now. This podcast is more than just entertainment. It's a movement. It's about building a tribe of people who refuse to accept mediocrity and instead commit to mastering something themselves every damn day. Hit the subscribe, like, and share because this is how you join the mission, becoming a part of something bigger than yourself. And don't just listen, take action today. Use what you learned here to level up your emotional intelligence, conquer your life, and finally become the person you were meant to be. You own it. Yourself, you loved ones, and the legacy you're trying to build. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Make the move today, right now, and let's get this momentum rolling.